Hey, good morning, YouTubers. And my name is Edward from Kansas City. And I am just going to share some information with you about liquidating. There are a lot of videos on buying wholesale and liquidation pallets, and it doesn't have to be pallets, just boxes or just merchandise. So there's a lot of helpful, insightful videos that do divulge and share a lot of information. I've been in retailing or reselling uh, wholesale and liquidation items for about 8 years or so. I'm full time. I've been full time for about the last couple of years, and it's a very uh, it's a very emotional, can be a very emotional business because it does have its ups and downs. But the ups and downs should be more ups than downs, of course. And that's what I want to help you with, to kind of just, uh, if you're looking to get into this type of line of work, whether part time uh, or full time, I just want to help you share some information that from my experience of selling liquidation products or wholesale products, and basically just kind of help help you out a little bit. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter if you've been in it for a couple of months, a couple of years, or if you've been in it 3, 4, 5, 10 years. I'm sure I can, hopefully pass something along to you that can make your ride a lot smoother than what it is already. So first of all, there's a lot of places people can buy liquidation products from, but you have to keep in mind that just because a company says they offer liquidation pallets from Amazon or or Walmart or Target, Best Buy, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're getting them directly from there. They could be getting them from, a company much bigger than them, that they may not have the actual contracts with those big retailers. Uh, so it's important. One of the first principles you got to realize, you can't purchase goods from everybody and anybody, because you can't trust any and every seller, any and every liquidator, any and every online liquidator or warehouse, or they call themselves warehouses or liquidators. So you have to treat it with the same guidelines and the same kind of gumption or common sense principles that you would use if you were going grocery shopping. Uh, to where you don't just go anywhere to grocery shop, buy groceries or necessities for you or your family. And even if you're buying personal goods such as clothing or necessities or electronics, just for your personal benefit or maybe for the benefit of one of your children or family members or whatever, you're going to go, if you're buying that on for personal, you're going to go to a place online such as Amazon or eBay or some other site that has a good sale. You're going to go and buy them from a place that you know is reputable, that's going to give you that peace of mind and that security that you need to invest your dollars in, knowing that you're going to get what you're paying for. And so the same principles and those same guidelines have to be followed when you are purchasing liquidation from any so-called any company. They have to have that reputable uh, they have to have that reputable background. They have to have that experience. They have to, you don't want to be one of the ones that, is all miss and no hits. There's going to be some times where you're going to get some things that are not right. I understand that. A lot of selling sites will let you know that, okay, there's a small percentage of some things that just won't be exactly as, because none of us are perfect. But at the same time, you want to be as well as informed as possible on what you're buying. And that's one thing I definitely want to share with you. When you're purchasing from anywhere, any of these liquidation sites or any of these wholesalers, the more informed you are, the more information you have, whether it's the more understanding or knowledge you have of the seller, the site, and the item. If you got a manifest, the more knowledge that you have, the more insight that you have, the more um, uh, the better you're able to make a decision on whether you want to buy that product or not. And that's why, you know, I really don't have a lot against people who buy, you know, mystery boxes and things like that, mystery palettes. Uh, if that works for them, that's great. I avoid certain things like that because I really kind of want to know what I'm buying for the most part. I want to have a general, and more than a general, I want to have a sense of security, and I want to have a sense of knowing what I'm buying and what I got coming, and especially if I'm doing this as a business rather than, you know, this being a present under the Christmas tree, wondering what it's going to be, and is it going to be anything I need to return or that I'm going to use, or is it just going to sit there? So I don't want a Christmas package, you know, as for a liquidation lot that I buy. I want I want the actual, you know, I want to actually know what I'm getting involved with. And so that's what this whole video is about, is for those. I just want to inform you and share some secrets with you that I use and that I've learned from my years of dealing with liquidation items, and so that you can be, you know, more informed on selecting how to really go about what's the guidelines that a person needs to use. I mean, because nobody really gets a map when they get involved with this business. It's kind of like trial and error. So I want to kind of help people. I'm not here necessarily, let me get this straight, I'm not here to make money off YouTube videos. I don't have a channel for that type of stuff. But in listening to all of the people who do YouTube videos about liquidating, and I see a lot of the mistakes they've made, some of I've already made, and I also see the insights that a lot of them also pour into me. And a lot of it's very useful information. It's very educational, it's informative, it's helpful, it's beneficial. But what works for one person may not work for the next person. Just because you see somebody purchase a lot from 888 lots or from bulk or from liquidation.com or via trading, just because you see them purchase a particular pallet or boxes of clothing or general merchandise, toys or electronics, it does not guarantee that you're going to get that same success. So it's going to be based off how you go about it and the guidelines that you use. If you're using, you know, prudent and discreet and if you're using guidelines and principles to buy these, look into and buy these particular lots from reputable sites or from reputable places, from reputable sellers, for the goods that are currently trending in the market. So that's my thing. I just want to help you, whether you're thinking about being a part of this business or you're already in it. I got some insights for you. I got some information for you. And like I said, I'm not really here to really unbox anything today. And I'm not here to make profit off of the knowledge or the information I'm trying to bring to you guys. And I'm not here to really show off everything I got. And I'm not really here to just tell you every site I use. When I got in this business, I started with Alibaba. As you know, that site that has, you know, you got to ship from China, everything comes from there. I started out that business like 10 years ago. I started out with that business for just watch phones alone. And I was the first retailer in Kansas City that had smartwatches and they was called smart watch phones. And you know, I had all of that, and it was you know, people wasn't really aware of it. Then Samsung came out with theirs, and that kind of, you know, a year later Samsung came out, and that kind of blew it up, but it kind of more leaned toward them rather than to me, as you would think. So I'm just here to really, if you're thinking about getting in this business, or if you're in this business, I just want to make this video to help you with some of the things that have helped me, and show you some of the ways that you can be duped or misled by some of these sellers just by the language or the way that they paraphrase, or, you know, the phrases and terms that they use for certain things, or disclaimers and things like that. So I just wanted to, you know, put that out there, and so we're going to get into this video right now, and just kind of just show you how I go about my everyday journey, me and my house, about finding necessities and the inventory we need to build and continue to grow our business. So with that said in mind, let's look at a couple of sites that so I can show you a few principles and guidelines that you can use to help you be more successful, and have more hits and not just hits and misses and ups and downs. All right, let's get into this particular site.